Hello, my name is David Penner, and this is my introduction video for EDL 850, School of Law. A little bit about myself. I'm 30 years old and entering my 8th year teaching. This is my 6th year at my current school, which is Rose Hill High School. At this high school, I teach science, both physical science and biology, so that'd be both our freshman and sophomore level sciences. I also coach football, and I serve as a member of several committees. I'm our building representative for professional development. I serve as a member of the Health Pathway Committee. And then also this year we started a district trauma-informed research team where we're trying to learn a little bit more about being trauma-informed as a district. And so I'm a member of that as well. Education-wise, I graduated from Kansas State University back in 2011, and I started my master's program back in 2017 at Fort Hays State, and plan on graduating in the spring, as this is my last class to take before that. A little bit about Rose Hill High School. We're a 4A school here in Kansas, about 534 students. We have 89% Caucasian at our school, so there's a smaller group of minority compared to the Wichita schools around Rose Hill. 52% of our school is male, while 48% is female, and then we have about 19% free and reduced lunch. When discussing with my principal about school law, several topics came up in order to be aware of the law and legislature behind different topics. So the first one was student discipline, making sure that we as administrators and teachers follow the school handbook, the district policies that are in place by the Board of Education, and then also the state laws that are in place as well. A lot of those center around student behavior, such as drug use, alcohol, and then also truancy as well. My principal also stated that it's important that as staff members and teachers and administrators that we know that we are mandating reporters, that we are obligated to report anything that could cause harm to a student to the rightful authorities. I've also had conversations with my administrators on special education, as I have two classes that are usually full of some special ed students. Making sure just to follow the IEP, what's my obligation in all of that, and then also being in attendance for those meetings. I've had conversations over school money and the allocation of money, what can be spent on certain things within the department itself, and then at the high school level, and then even at the district level as well. Professional development, being a part of that committee, has brought up several topics of learning about different issues that are going on in our region and our state, and staying up to date on those current issues as well. And then I thought it was pretty cool this year we had the Kansas Supreme Court judges come in and talk with our students at an assembly and discuss several topics within the state that are being addressed and how they affect the student lives of our kids. My own personal critique of federal, state, and school board policies. Federal law, I usually follow along with the training videos that we take each year at the beginning of the year. I know my law or laws when it comes to special education and following those IEPs. With doing that for now 8 years, I've have some familiarity in those regions. And then FERPA, I think, is one of the biggest ones federally, where it's the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act that makes sure that our educational records are kept private and kept confidential. State law, I know that KSDE has our Kansas law and regulations posted. Usually that our state law focuses around, or my knowledge of the state laws focuses around the accreditation process, which has changed within the last couple of years for our schools, and we're now focusing on KISA. So I've seen a lot of that. I've worked with a lot of that as well. So I'm looking forward to continuing to work in that area as well. School board policies, it's important to be up to date on discipline, workplace expectations, making sure that teachers know what's expected of them every single day, and making sure that we meet those expectations, whether it's the mandatory work hours, days, work days compared to off days, stuff like that. And then student expectations as well. It's important to make sure that you're up to date and know what to do for those. My proposed plan is to continue to gain knowledge from my current administrators. They have been in administration over a decade, so just their knowledge is vast. And while there's issues that are changing, and our district is trying to address those issues, they're a great resource to have those conversations with and to learn from. I also think it's important to learn from experienced teachers. They've been in the education realm for a long period of time and can give you a vast knowledge on how to handle situations and make sure that you are covered by the law in order to do so. And then I think it's valuable to have current discussions with my Fort Hays classmates and learn from them and their districts and their schools and their situations that they have as well. I think it's also important to have some personal additional research that takes place. Make sure that you are staying up to date on the current policies that are being addressed each year, as they may change from the federal to the state to even the district realm of things. So continue to gain knowledge from those four places. That would be a great plan of action. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I look forward to working with a lot of you and getting through this class. Thanks.